Message sent to your group tonight, given what happened in Ottawa last night?
Yeah, I mean, that's natural. I mean, it's a little scrambly to start, and everyone's a little bit unsure just because there's new faces and new lines in the lineup. So that's pretty standard, but they did outwork us last night, and hopefully it changes tonight.
So it sounds like they're going to be cracking down on slashing or the tapping. What do you make of that? Are you going to have to keep that in the back of your mind this season?
Yeah, I mean, I love it. I also like playing on the power play, so I don't mind that one bit. Obviously, they've made it very clear that that's something they're going to tighten up on. Face-offs, it seems like they're tightening up a little bit as well. So yeah, they're just trying to be a little more clear and consistent throughout the league.
The face-off thing, when you're watching that last night, what's going through your head? Are you understanding what they're trying to do?
Yeah, I couldn't believe it. I mean, what was it, like 3 or 4 face-off violations or something like that many power plays? So I guess it's okay when you're on the man advantage side, but when you're killing penalties all the time, it's going to be tough to win. So I mean, I think the only issue there is just trying to stay consistent throughout the whole league. It's very, there's a lot of gray area in terms of how face-offs are done, but I don't really use my feet a whole lot anyways, so I think that favors some guys, and other guys it hinders.
Is that something though that you have to consciously guys have to start working on in practice specifically?
Of course. I mean, if they're going to be that tight on it, I mean, that's something that that's the last thing you want is to be going down a man late in the third period when the game's tied and end up losing because of that. So those are going to be very important points on the line, and like I said, I mean, as long as the officials and the refs, and I know it's hard, but you got to stay consistent with something like that.
Kind of ironic though, isn't it, that if a guy gets high sticked, he gets the perpetrator gets the same punishment as somebody that doesn't line up properly?
Yeah, I mean, it seems a little bit odd, but I definitely understand where they're coming from. I mean, face-offs is a whole different ball game when it comes to playing in the NHL, and in certain areas of the ice, it's like just a different game. I mean, it's essentially all a strategy thing. It's if you win face-offs, you play with the puck, and that leads to scoring chances, and that leads to wins. So it's a bit of a breakdown, but like I said, I mean, it's going to be hard for the officials to judge, but it's nice for them to be crystal clear right off the bat.
Who are some of the guys who use their feet a lot, who are kind of known as kind of top-end face-off guys?
Giroux's up there, Turris is there. There's a bunch of guys that really like to use that technique. I mean, for me, myself, I'm not, I don't usually do something like that, so I think it kind of benefits me a little bit. So in that regard, I'm kind of happy, but like I said, I mean, there's going to be some arguments about that throughout the course of the year. I mean, some centermen are probably not going to be too happy about it, but like I said, as long as they're fair and consistent with every single centerman and every single team, it shouldn't be a problem.
And does the slashing crackdown benefit you, do you think?
Yeah, I like to play with the puck. I like to handle the puck. I like the puck on my stick, and we are a skilled team, and that fits our identity. So when you have the puck on your stick, it's surprising how much just a little slash or a little hack to the hands throws your stick handling off. So
and it happens a lot, right?
It does happen a lot, especially in tight, where maybe it's a little tougher for the officials to see. But now that that's kind of underlined, they'll be looking for that.
We know what Patrick can do offensively, and you haven't played with him in a game yet, but what are the subtleties, do you think, that will make him exceptional defensively and as described as a 200-foot player?
Yeah, we know the main, his main strengths already. He can score, he can skate. What surprised me is his hockey sense. He's a smart hockey player. He's got an unbelievable stick. He's very strong. So those little things I didn't really necessarily pay attention to or notice playing against him, but playing with him and just kind of trying to communicate with him and seeing where he's coming from. Those are one of the main things that a lot of people might not notice.
What have you learned from him just through practicing on the line?
Well, he's a true professional. He's he comes to the rink every single day. He puts in his time. He looks after his body. and he's passionate about the game. So that kind of stuff rubs off on players, and I feel like I'm similar in that regard. We're both passionate, both ultra competitive. So I think that mix along with Leo is going to really mesh well.
He had a bit of a chuckle in saying that there's no shortage of chirping on your line.
He said that?
Yeah.
Well, he's seen me and Leo go at it. That's no surprise there. I mean, me and him. Leo's like my big brother, so we don't lie to each other or beat around the bush. We get straight to the point, me and him. So I actually prepared Patty for that. I'm like, listen, man, I know sometimes it's going to seem like we want to kill each other, but it's over and done with after the game. So he understands, and I think he gets a kick out of it.
Yeah, well, you say he's going to see it soon when you combine to start chirping guys in the other team.
Yeah. Oh, for that, yeah. I'm definitely not. Me and Leo aren't too quiet about that either. So, like I said, that's just me and Leo's form of communication. That's how we get better. That's how we've, stayed playing together for so long. We communicate, and there's no gray area between me and him. It's this is how you want it done, and he tells me the exact same thing, and that's how we work well together.
No, wait, but when we say chirping and you and Leo are talking to each other, it's not that you guys are running each other down.
No, absolutely not. I mean,
like you're not giving each other.
No.
A little bit.
There might be a couple times where that happens, but like I said, I mean, me and him are like brothers, and we're anything said in the heat of the moment gets dropped right after the game, and it's just our form of communication. Sometimes we argue, but I can tell you at the end of the day, we get down to the point we understand where each other are coming from. So it's better that than to not say anything and not vent at all, and still be confused about how you're going to play the game.
Well, we saw that with Phil and Malkin in the playoffs, right? Mm-hmm. Where they talk and talk and talk, but after the game they're like, "This is just how we work."
Yeah, of course. I mean, that's how it is. Me and Leo are very similar. I know when Babs and Jimmy and DJ got here for the first time, they had never seen anything like that, and they thought, like, should we step in the middle of these guys? Like, are they gonna hurt each other? But no, like I said, now it's just normal. They understand that's how we talk to each other, and that's how we communicate.
Have you and Patrick hung out off the ice, getting to know each other a little bit?
Yeah, of course. I talk to him all the time. Just tried to get to know his family a little bit, just where he was. I know it'd be a hard transition after being in one city for so long. Just asking questions, not only about hockey, just about his personal life. See where he stands with that, and if there was anything I could do to help. So just trying to make him feel comfortable, and I think so far we've done a good job at that.
Are you trying to engage Patrick a bit more? I know you and Leo like to have this whole conversation on the bench. Like, if he's the big brother, Leo's the big brother, maybe like Patrick could be the older uncle or something.
Yeah, he's probably going to be the mediator between all three of us. He's more soft-spoken, more obviously wiser because he's older, a little more logical, and a little more patient. So he's definitely a good fit to balance me and Leo out. But like I said, I mean, any way you can communicate, make your team better, and make yourselves better on the ice, doesn't matter how you do it as long as it gets done.